Hi class, session 4 of the week. Going to do a little more of a dynamic workout, so with some pulsing exercises, and a lot of the other exercises will be the same. We'll layer some exercises together second time through, and so let's go ahead and begin. We'll begin with chest expansion again. So it's the end of the week, right, for you? It's your 4th session of the week, so just paying attention, being mindful of how you feel, any kind of soreness or tightness, just limbering up during this warm-up period. And pay attention to your breathing. And just take things slow. Cat and cow. And dynamic. All right, seated position. Come on down, all the way down, bring your legs with you. So legs up and slightly lowered. And go ahead and begin your 100 exercise. When you're done, go ahead and bring your legs down and your head down. We're going to go into our leg circles. So go ahead and bring one leg up, bend the knee, and open the hip. We're going to go small, medium, and then reverse small, medium. So just nice and easy, small circles. And medium, a little bit larger. And small reverse. And medium. And foot down. Other leg up, bend and open, small. And medium. And reverse small. And medium. Nice. All right, go ahead and bring both knees in. Just slightly lift the hips up, pull the knees in, just releasing that lower back. All right, keep those knees here in, hands over the top. So our first exercise of this session is single leg pulsing. So we're going to extend one leg out and we're going to pull this knee in a little bit of a pulse. So I'd like a tiny little bounce, pull, more dynamic here. Same exercise, scooping, chin to chest, breathing, just with a pulse. Last one here, and rest. Nice. Again, since it's the 4th session of the week, if you need to rest earlier than when I rest, it's totally fine. Okay, coordination. We've done this before. Both knees in. Go ahead and lift your head and your shoulders up. Bring your elbows down to the mat with your hands facing upward. We're going to extend the legs out as we lower the hands to the floor, keeping the elbows connected. So coordination, we're coordinating the movement of the arms and the legs. One more. Good. And rest. All right, crisscross. We're going to do a bent leg drop with the crisscross. Okay, so go ahead and bring both knees in. Head and shoulders up, hands over ears, facing elbows facing forward, and we're just dropping the right, crossing over to the left knee. Cross, cross. Two more. And rest. Nice. All right, single straight pulsing. So just like the single leg pulsing, except our leg is straight. So we're just going to gently pull inward 2 times and then switch the legs. Go ahead and bring both legs up. Head and shoulders up. Pull this leg in, pulse, pulse, pulse. Two more. Last one. And rest. Nice. Okay, footwork. We've done this before, so it's another version of our double straight, right? We're going to lower the legs in V position. Point the toes towards each other and bend those knees and then pull those legs back up to start. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the legs up. Part the legs, head and shoulders up, hands behind the neck, and go ahead and begin. Lower in V, point the toes, bend the knees, pull them upward, extend the legs. V position, pull in and up. Go one more. Good. Feet down, head down, arms down. All right, so bridge work here before we do our roll-ups. So we're going to lift our hips and we're going to do what's called a knee pull, but we're going to keep our arms down at our sides for leverage. So we're going to just pull one knee in as we lift the hips up. So watch me. I'm going to lift my hips, and I'm going to pull one knee in, bring it down, pull the other knee in, bring it down, and then drop my hips down, okay? So when I'm pulling the knees in, I want to keep a nice high hip position. So lock it in at the top. Here we go. Up, knee pull, hip drop, and hip lift, knee pull, hip drop, and lift, and ahead and actually we're gonna do, scratch the roll up. We're gonna do the shrub again. So let's go ahead and roll to our side, push ourselves up. So that shrub exercise, do you remember this? We're gonna bend one knee and straighten the other leg. And so we're gonna roll back onto our back, bringing this bent knee with us. The focus here is not only scooping, but pushing the rear down into the mat. So we keep this hip of this straight leg down on the mat, connected. So slowly scoop and come back, press the rear and the lower back down. Come all the way to your back. A little bit of a stretch here with the pulled knee. And then from here, the focus is scooping and pressing the back and the rear down into the mat, okay? We're gonna switch legs at the top. Again, pressing, scooping, coming back, pressing, scooping, and coming up. If you need to add a little bit of a little roll here, you can assist yourself up by bringing that straight leg up off the mat to kind of rock yourself up. But if you can, I really want you to not do that and just slowly come down. If you want to bend that straight leg a little bit, you can. There's ways you can modify the shrub. Let's go 2 more. And last one. Good. All right, seated tall, split your legs for saw. All right, so today we're gonna do saw pulsing. And that just means we're going to stay down in that leaning position, right? Just one more move. So it looks like this. Outstretched arms, I twist, I lean, and little tiny bounce, which is my pulse, and I lift. And I rotate, just a tiny bounce at the bottom and up. Last one here. Good. Back to center. Go ahead and bring your legs together and bend your knees. So we have this side rotating boat. I think it's been a little while since we've done this. We're in the seated balance position here, and our hands are underneath our calves. So our calves are parallel to the floor. We're going to make sure we maintain a flat back, so we're sitting tall. And I'm simply going to drop my left foot to the mat and reach out away from me with my left arm. See that? I pull my arm back to start with my leg. I drop my right. I open with my right, and alternating. Slowly, controlled. Breathing. Don't hold your breath. One more on each side. Good. Out in front for front stretch, legs together. Go one more. Good. All right, go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to lean back on our elbows. We're gonna bring both legs with us. And from here, I'm going to straighten my legs, lifting up. My abdomen is tall. And from here, I'm going to bend one leg and then drop that foot to the floor. See that? Pull the knee in, extend the leg up. Other leg, bend, drop, in, and up. Other leg, bend, drop, in, and up. Slow it down, nice and controlled. Focus on your abdomen being lifted, and your breathing. One more. And bend both knees and come forward into knee hug. Nice. All right, we're going to turn over onto our tummies. On our tummies with our arms at our sides, and we're just going to rest on our chin right now. All right, so we've never done this before. This is called locust. And so it's just another back exercise where we're hyperextending our back because we're lifting our trunk. But we're also going to lift our legs, okay? So we're going to keep our arms at our sides. I'm going to lift my trunk as I've done before in other exercises, and I'm going to lift my legs and I'm going to reach back with my arms, like with double leg kicks, and then squeeze those shoulder blades together. So it looks like this. And we hold at the top for just a moment and then we come down, nice and slow. So this is very much a strength move. I'm going to exhale as I lift. And lower. So tightening the glutes, squeezing the shoulder blades, and down, and up, and down. One more, up, and down. Go ahead and bring your arms in front. And I want your elbows, go ahead and rest on your forehead. Go ahead and bring your elbows close to your sides. So your hands are in alignment with your head here. Okay, so your elbows are in. And we're going to do a low cobra. So what we're doing is we're just basically lifting our trunk and pressing our hands down up onto our elbows. Keeping our legs down, push the pelvis down. Here we go, up. Lift up, look straight ahead. Exhale and down. And up. So this is simultaneous pressing and lifting. We don't want to rely just on the press. So just slightly pressing, but mostly lifting that trunk with those back muscles. And up. And down. Good. All right, slide those hands back outside the chest. Push up and back for low back stretch. We're going to go kneeling tall from here. So we have a combination exercise here. We've done both. It's hip thrust into lean back, okay? So when our hips come back, our arms will come forward. When our hips come forward, our arms will come back. And then when we lean back, we want our arms to come out to our sides. All right? So here we go. We're going to go thrust, lean back, and thrust, and lean back, and thrust, and lean back, thrust, and lean back. Good. Kneeling tall, mermaid, side to side. Big breathing here. Man, my feet are cramping. Last one here. Good. And we're going to go into push-up leg pull down. So your decision, traditional or modified, it's up to you. All right, let's go ahead and get in position. Push up, high plank, pull down, pull down, then when you're done, come to table position. So we tried this new front split exercise, right? So let's try it again. So go ahead and bring your foot forward. Hands are outside that lead foot. So remember, we're pushing the hips down, toes are down. We're going to transfer our weight back, toes come up, start to straighten this leg, connect the abdomen to the thigh. Do not come all the way down, just hold yourself here, transfer forward and back. Staying centered, focus on breathing and controlling the move. Remember, if you cannot put your hands down on the mat, you can bring your hands up onto the thigh. If you want to raise up a little higher, just make sure to go nice and slow to control the move. All right, let's switch legs. Find whatever works for you, right? Just making sure that you're slowing it down and staying balanced and centered. Let's go one more. Front split. Good. And table. Nice. Okay, so from here, we're going to do a little bit of a variation of dog kick, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and keep my leg bent when I lift it, so the leg will look like this, okay? That's all I'm doing with the dog kick, no leg extension. My opposite arm, at the same time I lift that bent leg, is going to come up off the mat with a bent elbow out in front. So that is what the arm will do. Lift up, raise in front, okay? So here we go. So we're gonna go right arm, left leg, just staying with those two, okay? Lift and down. Lift. Focus on staying centered and balanced. Breathing. Doesn't have to be a big lift. We'll go one more. And we'll switch sides. So left arm, right leg. down to your side, all the way down. Go ahead and bring this top arm onto the hip here, so you're resting here on this extended arm. And we're going to do a trunk lift, and we're going to try and pull ourselves up onto this elbow here. And then we're going to reach out with this arm here. So this is what it should look like. I'm lifting and pulling my elbow in, and I'm reaching out, keeping my legs down on the floor. And then I'm going to come down. And up, press the hip in, down onto the mat, pull the elbow in, and down. And up, and down, and up, and down. We'll go one more, and up, and down. Good. Staying down here, lying. If you want, you can rest your arm on your hip, or you can bring your hand down to the mat. We're going to do scissor legs. So what that simply means is both legs will be off the floor, and I'm just simply going to bring one leg forward and one leg back. See that? So I'm balancing on my hip. So this is very much a balance and strength move. So focusing on my hips and the movement, slowing it down, using my hand as leverage for balance, and breathing, of course. Good. All right, bring the legs down, bend the knees, press yourself up, come on over for lying trunk lifts on the other side. All the way down, arm on hip. And we're going to lift up and reach out and down and up, down, down, one more. Hand in front or on hip. Elevate the legs. Scissor kicks. One more. And legs down. Bend your knees, push yourselves up, seated position. Nice. Knee hug. All right, so that's the first time through. Second time through, we're going to layer some exercises together. So again, you control your pace. You control how many repetitions you do. If you need to rest, that's all in your control, okay? We are trying to build some stamina here, so if you can stay with me, that would be ideal. All right, so we are going to go first two exercises. We have our pulsing single leg stretch right into coordination, okay? So we're gonna come on down, bring our knees with us, and go right into pulsing single leg stretch. Pulse. Breathing, really focus on your breathing this time through. Remember, extend that exhale out as far as you can take it when you can, and that'll control your inhale. Last one, we're going into coordination here. Knees in, elbows down, out, and in. Hands down and in. We'll go one more. so we're gonna go into crisscross with that leg drop. And then we're gonna follow that with our pulsing single straight, okay? So go ahead and bring both knees in. Hands behind around the ears, right? Elbows facing forward. We drop and rotate. Control and breathing. Last two here. Legs all the way up. Pulsing. Two more. And rest. All right. Next two, we have our footwork exercise. So that's where we lower in V and then we pull our knees in and our legs up with our hands behind our head. After that, we'll go into our bridge with knee pulls with our arms down, okay? Go ahead and bring both legs up. Part your legs, head and shoulders up, hands behind your neck, and begin footwork. Last one here. Legs together, bend your knees, arms down, hips up, knee pull, hips down. Focus on your breathing, lift up, pull, and down, and up, and in, and down. We'll go one more, and up, and in, and down. Nice. All right, so we are going to roll to our side and push ourselves up. We have our shrub exercise. So go ahead and bend one knee and straighten the other leg, holding on to that bent knee. Again, pressing the rear, the lower back down into the mat. And again, doing the same thing up, but with focus on that scooping. Last one here. Other leg, this will be a complete shrub with both legs. Good. All right, split your legs, pulsing saw, arms outstretched, sit up tall, and pulse, and lift. We want to maintain a flat back when we lean. Keep your head up. Last one. And back to center. Go ahead and bring your legs together. Bend your knees. seated balance, side rotating boat, okay? Legs up, flat back, drop left, reach left. Back to center, drop right, reach right. Nice and controlled and slow, balanced. Breathing. And legs down. Front stretch. See if you can go a little deeper into this stretch this time. We'll go one more front stretch. Good. All right, go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to lean back on our elbows. Bring your knees in. Legs all the way up. Abdomen tall. We bend, we drop, in and up. Bend, drop, up. One more on each leg. Bend your knees, come forward, knee hug. All right, you guys, we're going to turn over onto our tummies. So we have our locust. Arms at your sides, resting on your forehead. All right, we're going to lift up, reach back, exhale, and down. Up, down, and up, and down. One more, up and down. Bring your arms in front. Bring your elbows back to your sides, resting on your forehead. Low cobra. Pull and push, lift and down and up and down and up and down. Let's go one more. And up and down. Slide your hands back. Low back stretch. All right, kneeling tall. We have hip thrusts, lean back with arm work. So hip thrusts, lean back. Thrust, lean back, one more, nice, kneeling mermaid, breathing. One more here. And we have push-up, leg pull down. Traditional or modified, it's up to you. And kneeling when you're done. And we're going to go into our front split. All right, when you're ready, transfer forward, hips down, toes down. Transfer back, hips back, toes up. And forward, and back, and forward, and back. One more. Forward and back. Switch legs. I love this exercise. I feel like I get a nice big stretch through my hip flexor here as well as my hamstrings and lower back. But I'm also really flexible, so I'm able to challenge myself. So if you're not, you're just trying to do the best you can. I understand that sometimes it's very awkward, this position. One more. Especially when you're first starting out, right? Table. All right, we have dog kicks. So we have a bent leg and a bent arm. So we're curling the leg and lifting it up, and bending the opposite arm and lifting that up. We're going to go between both sides, so alternating sides. So slow it down. Center, balance, breathing, control. One more on each side. And let's go low back stretch again. Bring your arms back. All right, we're going to come down all the way to our side. We have our two exercises. We're finishing our trunk lift, extended arm, and then with that reach out arm, okay? Legs stay down. Here we go. Up, pull in, reach out, and down. One more. Good, and down. Go ahead and bring that hand out in front. Lift both legs, and we're scissor kick. Balancing on that hip. One more each direction. And legs down, bend your knees, push yourselves up. Come on over. All the way down. Arm on hip. Here we go. Trunk lift. down, up, and down. One more. Good. Stacked legs lifting up, scissors. One more each direction. Good. Legs down, bend your knees, push yourselves up. Seated accordion. This is where we center ourselves. One more. All right, sit up tall. So we have arm work. We're going to go side figure eights today. So the arms stay at the sides and we create the shape of an 8 with our arms and our hands. Sitting up tall, strong posture, breathing. Create resistance with your arms and your shoulders. Good. Bring your arms all the way up. You're going to drop your hands behind your head, keeping your elbows tall. We're going to pulse back here and extend. Pulse, extend. Pulse, breathe, sit up tall. One more. Good. All right. Stretch forward. Sit up tall, cross one leg over the other, and then pull that bent knee in, hug. Stretch that outer hip. And we're going to switch legs, leg over leg, and pull. And stretch forward again. Awesome. All right, we are done. The week is finished. Nice work. Make sure you look for the weekly connection. That's 5 points. And I will see you next week for week 6. We're closing in on the end of the semester, so hopefully you're feeling like you're really improving. Good job. I'll see you next week.